Hello, my name is Vanessa Gagne, and I would like to welcome you to my OD library. This library was prepared for the Organizational Development Class 6015, led by Dr. Steve Cady for the summer 2013 semester at Bowling Green State University. As you can see, my theme, Iron Sharpens Iron, comes from the scripture Proverbs 27:17, which discusses iron sharpening iron, and so does man sharpen another man. I believe that as you take this journey through this short presentation, you will see where my irons have been sharpened and where they need some refining fire. Along the journey to creating the sword of confidence, not every refining moment was used, but looking back, I see where I was creating a piece of steel that will become the tool that I use for the future endeavors. Sharpening those irons against current employers, professors, friends, cohort members, and organizations is what is going to surround me with the individuals that will help improve my skill and knowledge base to become a successful person at whatever my hand finds to do. The agenda for this screencast is laid out before us. First, I will give you an overview of this project and my objectives. From there, we will then take a look at my portfolio, answering the questions of where do I want to be or my dream job, where am I today as the current view of my portfolio, and lastly, how am I going to get there? This will be a gap analysis of where I currently am and the areas that still need refining to get to my dream job. After this analysis, we will take a look at my evidence library. This is a method of storing information as I get it throughout this program, the educational journey, and during my course to the dream job. The sharpening irons is my whole system collaborative change method that is emerging in what I find in my mind. Here I will give you the idea of my change method as it is in its early stages. And lastly, I will conclude the presentation and wrap up my OD library. The structure of my OD library is emerging. Going through the EMOD program, I found that I have skills that have been sitting getting dull. Just as my theme suggests, I had irons that were not being sharpened. I found in this program that these skills are there, but are being refined. These leadership skills and passion are emerging along with my library. Just as an iron has to be put through the fire to get the right shape, size, and become what it's intended to become, so am I as I go through this journey. What is my dream job? Can I really be a Ghostbuster? Probably not, and that's probably not what I want to do. But I do find that this question also going through the fire and the filtering process. Right now, I cannot pinpoint what I want my dream job to be, as I find that I'm early in the EMOD program and so many new ideas are being introduced to me. I will say that I have found some areas that are of strong interest to me. The first being the university setting. There are many opportunities that interest me at this level, interacting with students and developing new programs for students has always been an interest to me. Recruiting quality staff members and developing programs are just a few of the duties that are of interest to me at this level. And you'll see where I've had some interaction with that already. Another area that I'm exploring is the corporate America. I find myself leaning in this direction more so than a nonprofit because I find I do very well in large scope areas. This is what attracts me about corporate America. I've also looked into consulting. Being able to work with a client this semester really gave insight to an area that I had not thought of in the past, but I'm looking to now. And then lastly, one place that I really find interest is moving on to the PhD level. This would allow me to hone in my skills even more and cultivate an environment that I want to grow accustomed to. I'm very interested in teaching in a program similar to one that I'm in right now. all these all these ideas lead me to a crossroads of where do I want to be. I believe the road will become much clearer as the filtering process continues. Until then, I'll ponder being a ghostbuster. Looking now at my portfolio, I received my bachelor's degree from Miami University in Oxford, Ohio. Here is where I feel like I started the handle of my iron. It was a starting point, a beginning of the purifying process. While at Miami, I took part in numerous leadership opportunities. I was student leader for the English department and National Residence Hall honorary, attended multiple leadership conferences, and held those leadership roles in various organizations. Two important roles that I held while at Miami were a resident assistant and being part of the advisor recruitment selection committee, which is something about being attracted to the university level and recruiting those quality staff members. Both of these roles set the stage for being a leader and being one in difficult situations. Moving on to my work experience, I find that I started with this balloon sword, going in there and not being able to do anything, but found that as I went through my work experience, I really built on that sword that I'm trying to refine. I have been in the workforce for 13 years, from customer relations to event planning to social media relations, and I found that working with people is a passion that I have for both now and in the future. I feel that I can offer a great deal of insight to organizations and the people within the organization. With great interpersonal skills and written communication skill, my iron is being built. It's getting stronger and becoming a custom-made product just for me. From the handle being built at Miami to the work experience, both good and bad, being a part of the base of my iron, I can look to my current responsibilities that are creating the iron to be strong and useful. Currently, I hold two positions within the Maumee City School District. I'm treasurer for the middle school and trustee in the Maumee Schools Foundation organization. Both of these positions are putting me in front of people and allowing me to affect an organization as a whole. I've been a part of numerous community projects to where I'm able to surround myself with people that have knowledge and skill that I can sharpen my iron against. And I most recently became a graduate of the Leadership Academy sponsored by the Toledo Area Chamber of Commerce. Again, another avenue that has allowed me to sharpen and feed off of the individuals that had different knowledge than myself. Leadership experience, work knowledge, and community involvement have helped finish off my iron for me to have that perfect tool set to continue my journey to that dream job. What do I need to get there? As this improvement process, as with any improvement process, there are areas that you can build upon but still need to be polished or redone in some cases. Some areas that need to be honed in on, obviously I need to finish the EMOD program, continue to gain that knowledge and that confidence in that knowledge. Also experience. Experience is something that I don't have right now, and I think I can get that by interning or shadowing, mentoring with someone that can really feed into to me that experience that is needed by employers for that dream job. Earlier, I mentioned possibility of teaching. That's something PhD was going to be something I'm going to need to continue that to get to that dream job. And then also credibility and expertise is just to continue to refine my knowledge and the things that I attach myself to. My choice of technology for my OD library is the Google Drive. I started working with this early in January and found it very efficient and useful. It allows my information to be stored in a fashion that's easy for me to find and what I might be looking for and can be built upon, color coordinated, and if I need more storage, that can be done. I've also chosen a backup to my Google Drive, and this is partly because of my OCD. No, not my OD, but my OCD. In some crazy fluke, and I lose all my information on the Google Drive, I have chosen to back everything up on a flash drive. This way, I know I'm backed up and certain I will not lose the information. And as I said, you can put these folders into um, put everything into folders on the Google Drive. This is a snapshot, as you see Flow at the top giving you your snapshot. This is a snapshot of one of my folders that has the book covers of the current books that I own that are in my physical library. I've created a folder for books that I would like to read or books that I would like to own. And all of these can be put into the different folders, and here they can be color coordinated. I've done red for stuff I've received from various people, professors, whatever it may be. Green for the books that I have. And purple is my favorite color, and so that's things that I have actually done, notes and papers and projects. Sharpening the irons is the method that is forming in my mind. It, like the iron that I am sharpening, is emerging, and I've had the opportunity to study various change methods and see where they can take an organization. I've been exposed to organizational behavior aspects and various other topics. And as this information is coming to me and I'm storing it in my OD library and in my back of my mind, I find that I'm attracted to various methodology. My sharpening the irons method takes a look at existing potential of an organization and builds or sharpens what might be hidden. It takes a look at what is right now, where you want to go, and how you plan on getting there by examining the current skill that's not being utilized. It takes a client through the sharpening and refining through the fire to get the tool and outcome that's necessary to drive the organization to great excellence. So I stand here with the finished product. I stand with my handle that was built at Miami University. I stand with the sword that came from my work experience and my community involvement and the EMOD program. I stand with that iron that's been put through the fire, hammered and refined. I stand with the tool ready to take on the future. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. This quote by Malcolm X speaks volumes. You cannot go someplace that you have not first prepared to go. This is my journey. This is my refining process. Hell hath no fury like a woman with a sword. Here I am sharpening my irons for a future in organizational development.